Okay, thanks everyone for coming. I know everyone here was probably raised on pork. Your grandparents were raised on pork, and everybody's fine, live a ripe old age. And you're probably thinking, what would Christmas dinner be without a glazed ham, or what would Thanksgiving be without, or what would a barbecue be without your pork feather bones and pork ribs and all those type of things. But I'm here today to talk about the dangers of eating pork. And one person that I'm going to cite is John P. Kellogg. He's the guy that invented the cornflakes. He says that anybody that really knows what the pork consists of, and if you're in your right mind, you wouldn't eat it. Um, okay, like the old adage says, you are what you eat. So would you want to eat a mouthful of worms? I don't think so. So today I want to show you or talk to you and share with you some of the dangers of eating pork. Pigs, they eat anything and everything. They eat their own bowel and they eat the bowel of other animals. They eat dead carcasses of other animals. They'll even eat their own offsprings once they're dead and decaying. They eat spit. They'll eat snakes. I'm sure you've heard the saying, you know, like a hog eats slop. That's because that's what it is. It's just garbage. And it has no nutritional value. So when you eat all of this stuff, you're taking it into your body. And this is a picture here of pigs eating slop that's just been thrown out in the mud. The pig digestive system is really fast. For the average person, it takes 12 to 24 hours to digest your food, so it gets purified and you pee it out in your urine and all these different type of things. For pigs, they digest their food in 4 hours. So it hasn't actually, the toxins haven't been filtered through it and none of those type of things. It goes right to their flesh and it just stays in there. Because as we know, pigs don't sweat either. So that's why they're always walling around in mud, because that's how they cool themselves down, since they don't have sweat glands. And so a lot of times when these pigs have eaten all this garbage and they haven't digested it, right away the farmers, they take them to the slaughterhouse, they slaughter them. Next thing you know, you're eating it. Yeah, so again, they don't have sweat glands, so their body stays full of these worms and toxins. Those worms are called trichinosis. And those trichinosis causes at least 30 different diseases that have been identified, and there's a lot more. So when you hear things like the influenza virus, a lot of that is associated with those worms that are inside of the pigs. And they're actually live worms. They say that if you cook the pig really, really, really fresh and you fry it, that you won't have that problem, but scientists have shown us that that's not true. Either way it goes, you'll have those worms in your body. They manifest in there. And they lodge in all different parts of your body, which I'm going to show you too. And also, pig meat is really fattening, so if you're worried about trying to slim down and lose a little hips, one of the things you might want to do is consider giving up pork. This is a picture of that trichinosis worm. This is just one of them in the adult stage. When they get into your body, just like any other living creature, they lay a bunch of eggs and they multiply all over your body. They attack your brain, your spine, and just every part of your body. So a lot of times when you're hurting and you're sick and not feeling well, and you don't quite know what it is, a lot of times it's those worms. So this is just a little diagram that shows you what the worm looks like and how they're inside of the pigs. And then when we consume them, say for example in a hot dog, these are a lot of the places where they manifest and they continue to grow more and more and more and more. So those worms, they just compile in your body forever the more you consume the pork. They're there. So what can we do about it? Some of the things we can do is start substituting pork for other healthier choices like beef, turkey, and fish. There's turkey bacon, turkey sausage, turkey ham, beef ribs, beef steak, beef bacon, beef sausages. You can try some alternative things like fish. You can grill it, you can have it fried or baked. There's smoked salmon, which we had a little bit of that earlier. Another thing you can do is stop buying pork when you go to the grocery store. When you want some pork bacon, grab some beef bacon. Or grab some turkey ham. So when you're thinking about planning your meal for breakfast, have things to replace the pork instead of the actual pork product. So, you know, just be creative and eat more fish, explore new recipes. Everything that calls for pork can be substituted with beef or turkey. Oh, that's the end. So just to sum it up a little bit, I just want to say, we want to eat to live, and we want to eat healthy. So one of the things that you can do is, just make healthier choices, and, we talked about how pork can poison your body. So one of the things we want to do is just eat healthier foods, try, like I said, turkey and chicken and fish and things like that, so that you can feel better and live longer. And like I pointed out earlier, how we said your grandparents, and I know my grandparents ate pork and lived a really long time, but you don't realize, even though they lived a long time, they still had clogged arteries, they had aches and pains that they couldn't identify. Eating pork is even associated with losing your eyesight. So there's a lot of things that can go along with eating pork. So just make some healthy choices and be well.
Thank you.
Thanks. Any questions from anyone?
No.
Oh, yeah, good section.
Well, yeah. Why? How come physicians don't advise people to stop eating pork?
Because I think most physicians don't practice necessarily good eating habits themselves. You still have physicians that smoke cigarettes, that do drugs and a lot of things. So a lot of physicians don't advertise. And it's one of the reasons why you mostly hear different religious people talking about it, and it's not just a religious thing, but God knows what's best for us. And He said that pork was not meant for us to eat. It was not meant for us to consume it, and that's why He warned us against eating pork. And there's other things too, but I was just focusing on pork today. So, and that's why you hear a lot of religious groups, they won't touch, they won't go near it, because they're following the doctrines in Leviticus.
So do you know if it's true that the pork, the animal, the actual pig, is a combination of the rat, the cat, and the dog?
I don't know if it's true, but I did research it, and I saw that a master, Fahar Muhammad, I think it was, wrote an article about it. And I didn't want to mention that in my research because it could be too controversial, but I did read that. That would take a lot of scientific study to prove it.
Right.
And I believe it could be true, but I just didn't want to mention it for the
Exactly.
purpose of the paper today.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay.